What's up, YouTube family? We are back again. So I have another one. I have a TikTok video here that I would like to react to. The title of this video is very interesting. It says, "Your parents ain't teach you to keep your hands to yourself." Didn't your parents teach you to keep your hands to yourself? Well, interesting title. Let's dive right in the video. Let's go.
And before I get into this video, no, I do not condone domestic violence, okay?
Right.
I don't condone DV. But I'm really trying to see who put it to women mad that if you constantly hitting a man, that he's not gonna hit you back. Not you ain't even constantly gotta hit this man. Who put in y'all head that if you hit a man, he can't hit you back? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Sister, I am just as confused as you are. I am. You know, there are people here that can think that they can just get away with violence. That they can just keep on beating on somebody's son, you know, with their hands or with an object. Clearly, knowing what they're doing, right? What they're doing is bad, is wrong. It's going to cause pain, right? Possibly some injury. And yet, they think that they could do that and get away with it. And they don't deserve to get hit because they have a pussy between their legs. And you know the hypocrisy with all this shit? The hypocrisy here is the lack of accountability. Any situation that happens, they usually say, oh, the man did something to her. Look, sometimes I know you guys lack logic because they praise you as emotional being, but I think it's not true. You guys are very logical. You know, because when it comes to doing so many things right, you do it logically fine. So let's be a little bit logical here. Let me just try to convince you, right, that in the history of the world, all men that found themselves in that situation did something wrong. Like, logically somewhere, it just doesn't make sense. Like, if I were to convince you, you're the person who thinks that always, right, when a woman does that to a man, the man did something all the time to deserve it. If I were to infuse that belief in your brain, right, logically, would you believe it? Would you believe that the totality of cases that exist where a man would find themselves getting beat up by a woman, the man really did something? So you don't think there are women out there that just like violence because that's the only language they speak? Because they're a human being with a brain and a heart just like a man? Logically somewhere, I think, you know, that belief just doesn't make sense. And you know, and it's unfortunate because even when this lady started talking, she had to make it clear because there's so many people that are slow nowadays. You have to literally detail everything to understand that you're not speaking to all cases. You're not speaking to all women and all men. She had to say, you know what? I don't condone violence and I'm not speaking to everybody. You know, obviously, you could just talk about a situation without being very detailed. But again, there are so many people that are slow. But please, man, look. You have to be aware of one thing. I don't know who put that idea because I know society did not really do that. You know how I know? Because some of you just clearly don't get away with that violence. Some of you pay the price for it and a higher price. Some of you really get hurt in the process because if you believe that all men out here will literally watch you pick up something and allow you to hit them with that, if you believe you're always going to get away acting like that, you need to think about it again. And you know, I don't know, but I kind of understand it because women, when we're talking about violence, like danger, you know, as cautious, right, as careful as women portray themselves to be. For instance, if at midnight, you know, let's say me, for instance, I'm walking this way and the lady's coming this way and a lady's coming the same way. One of us is going to go the other way and usually it's not going to be me, right? And I understand that, right? Safety first. They're really worried much about their safety. And yet, when they find themselves in front of somebody who's bigger, stronger, who can clearly, right, take their life away if they want to, it seems like they don't care about safety no more. That's why sometimes I can't really make sense of what you talk about. Sometimes you talk about being like this cautious stuff, but then when you come to you actually being very aware of the danger that you face when you are in front of a man, it sounds like you lose all that ability to think about the danger and behave right. You lose it. And honestly, I don't understand. I really don't understand, because us men, we know what violence is, man. When we are facing somebody who can clearly whoop our ass, it's just certain things we don't do, or we just do it and accept the ass whooping that comes with it. But you always want to do it and then deny and refute the ass fucking whooping that comes along with it. It's not gonna happen all the time. Please cut it off. The world does not work like that. You have to understand how to behave when you are clearly facing somebody who can whoop your ass. And granted, I don't condone anybody out there to even hit a woman, back or anything like that. But I'm just saying, I'm not gonna act like I don't understand if that ever happens. I understand. He's not an object, he's a human being. You can't repeatedly inflict pain on somebody thinking that, okay, he's just gonna stay there like a tree. How does he make sense? And the law also is kind of complicit of this shit, because when they come, holy shit, it's somebody with a dick, that's it. They jump on that motherfucker and lock him up. I understand the protection, but it's somewhere within that protection is you're incentivizing this shit, right? So be careful. All right, let's go.
My people always tell me keep my hands to myself, whether it's a woman or a man. Mm-hmm. But y'all go out and be hitting these men and be expecting them not to hit a reflex and pop you in your mouth.
Yeah.
Now, if bitch, this chicken is cold and he just smacking your ass for no reason, I get it. Then that nigga needs to be in jail. But if you constantly hitting the man, or you hit him, or you hitting him, and you don't expect him to one day just pop you, I'm just confused. I'm confused. Because I ain't never put my hand on a man and didn't think for 1 second that, nah, he ain't gonna hit me back.
Yeah, because the minute you do that, then what you create is called a fight. And unless you can clearly whoop somebody, defeat somebody, then it can only be, you're just whooping somebody else's, right? But in a fight, you involve two people trying to, basically win whatever the fuck is going on. You don't do it, man. Like I said, you guys do not know danger like you think you do. Because the way I see you act every day in front of people that can literally hurt you doesn't make sense to me. It does not click in my brain that you at midnight will think twice before stepping outside, before taking certain routes, before even working certain places because you don't feel safe. And yet when you are in front of somebody who can literally take your life away if they want to, you act like you are dumb. Don't do it, ladies. Don't do it. I'm telling you. Because if you are walking around the world, right? If you walk here thinking that, oh, you could just talk trash to anybody, you could just, hit anybody and get away with that, you are going to be in for a rude awakening. I promise you. And the thing is, a lot of you guys' only language is violence, and which makes it hard for the men to even allow you to at least get away with a few hit or whatever, right? Stops or something like that, because you just keep on doing it. You don't know when to stop. I don't know what it is with you, but then when you find yourself in that position where the man is kind of retracting, it's like you just amplifying the whole thing. And sometimes I carefully examine your behavior. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, we're not here condoning. Again, I have to repeat myself because a lot of people are slow. You always have to make it clear to them because they don't know that you're not speaking to about everybody. You're not inferring that everybody behave like that. But my observation, especially when it comes to your behavior, the way you behave in front of the men that damn well will hit you back, right? And in front of the men that damn well would not hit you back, you tend to abuse the situation when you know that the man that you're confronting is not going to hit you back. Be careful. There's a reason why he's not hitting you back, and then you should kind of alleviate the situation on him because he respects you as a woman, right? There's a reason why. Look, think about it, right? If somebody's stronger than you, can clearly whoop your ass, and they decide not to do it, I think you should be the smarter person in that case. you should understand why he's doing it and not abuse it. Because if you kick him out of that frame, you're gonna quickly regret it. Because obviously, you tend to not deal with the person you know very well will hit you back, and there's a reason why. All right, let's continue.
There was a possibility in my mind that, okay, this man could possibly hit me back.
Yeah.
Like, and if he did hit me back, I'm like, go cry and play victim. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all is crazy. Y'all just want to keep y'all hands to yourself.
Yeah.
Seriously, because if you hit a man, there's a small chance, not even a small chance, because some of these men, they don't care. You hit them, they gonna just wham you. But there's a chance that he could hit you back.
Yep.
And you being upset by that, or being like, oh my God, he hit me. I mean, you hit him. Like, now, to the man that's putting his hands on you, no.
Thank you for this video. I like you, Janelle. Keep making videos like that. Yes, to the men out there who are physically abusing women or just abusing women, period, man, shame on you, and I pray you go to hell. Now, to the men out there who aren't doing that and are in turn actually getting abused by the woman, well, let's talk about it for a second. Don't do it. Ladies, please don't do it. Because we see time and time again, you always start off strong with a big mouth. Oh, I could do this, I could do that. You end up on the ground, and the first thing you do is to call for backup because you know they're gonna side with you. Stop doing it. If you cannot back up what you say, leave it alone. Do not be implicated in that situation. All right? Don't do it. Do not abuse the situation because you want to be a lady. You want to be a cool lady, not a lady that's behaving like that, right? That's behaving bad, and then rely on law enforcement to basically reinforce the stupidity, if I can say it, because that's just what it is. Like I said, I understand the protection, but behind that, it's like they're encouraging the bad behavior that still persists in this society. Please, everybody be aware. Keep your hands to yourself, and if you can't keep it to yourself, get in a fight, you lose. Take it like a fucking bitch. Take it like the bitch you are. Like, take it like the big mouth you are. Get up and just go home, and that's it. And cry and whatever. Just move on about your day. But then when you want to cry to society and then come online or other women around, just be like, oh, you're going to hit a lady? Bitch, we will hit you too. Anyways, it's stupid. The last part is stupid. But you get the point. I'm trying to convey a message here, right? Because you guys, I don't know. You're not forgetful. You're very intelligent. You know what you're doing. So please, right? Us men deserve just the same amount of respect, protection from everybody, including women. All right? Just like you also do. So you deserve the same amount of protection, the same amount of respect from everybody, including men. All right? So it goes both ways. At the end of the day, you guys are the one out here claiming that we equal. So let's behave as such. Anyways, on that note, I'll leave you. And please subscribe to my channel, like the video. I really appreciate the support. And let's talk about this in the comments. And peace out. I'll see you guys in the next one.